Okay, man, look, I had to come back and correct myself. I stand corrected, I had to get out this truck and go, ask another person opinion on that about the pimping and the hoeing thing, because in my mind, I didn't look at it broad enough. Like the man next to me, the trucker next to me, he said, I asked him, man, do you think a hoe or a pimp could be the leader or matriarch of anything? And he said, yeah. He said, and this is Chicago. It's a lot of pimping and hoeing here. It's known for that. So I valued his opinion. And he said he think they could, the strongest one in the room. Just like Charleston White said, that's who I was coming off of. So I stand corrected on that. Maybe the world would follow a pimp or a hoe. Personally, I just think I wouldn't. Because I know what that mind is like. So maybe in some situations I might, but in certain other situations, like I would have to, like I just had to do here, go get another opinion, because it wouldn't be. I wouldn't just take their opinion on something if it was really important. And I just don't know if my mother or my grandmother would follow a hoe or a pimp, be the type of woman that they was. Not saying that they was something better than everything else, but I just know the type of strong black woman that they was. What how they used to tell me about certain women that I would bring home. Because I'm gonna tell you, when I met the girl that I was pimping and hoeing with, I brought her home because I was so out of my mind with the drugs and shit. And my mother was dying of cancer. And I knew if she didn't have long left, but she was so pretty. This girl was a knockoff Beyonce. She was a big, tall, knockoff Beyonce bitch. So I just thought, that beauty was what I just want my mother to see, that beauty. But I never forget how my mother looked at me when I brought that girl home. And my daddy told me when he seen the girl, my daddy say, boy, he say she ain't too much of a housekeeper, is she? And then my daddy say, you got you a black widow right there. And what a black widow is, you see research on what a black widow spider does to the male spider. That's what he meant by that. And my daddy's best friend out of Shreveport, he say, boy, you got you a man eater right there, Slim. She gonna eat you up and spit you out. I'm just saying, man. So maybe, Charles might be right on there. That's why I call that nigga Captain. Because, the nigga is smart. But I had to go get a second opinion on that. So anything I said in that first video, I'm still gonna stick with it. I'm not telling y'all to go out there and be pimps and hoes. I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you that. But what I will tell you is respect everybody, even a pimp and a hoe. You deserve respect. And I know God will forgive, as long as you ask for it and repent, he will. So, there's no disrespect to anybody in any different profession, I'm trying to see where I'm at in the movement here, but anyway, yeah. So hey, man, this has been cool because it's good to talk to people, and I'm the type of person I can talk to anybody. So and man, I was fascinated with pimping. I ain't gonna lie, I was fascinated with pimping. I remember when I met this broad, and I told God, I say, man, if it just because I was like, if this is what it takes for me to get where I got to get, God, this is what I'm finna do. And I remember God turned me over for a season. That's when the Bible says he'll give you over to your heart's desire once he just get tired of messing with you for a minute, and say, just give it to him, let it see what it do to him. I'm tired of messing with him. That's how God will do you. He give you over to your heart's desire, and that's what he did to me. And that was 12 years of torture. I thought I was the pimp. I ended up being the hoe. I'm just telling you like that, man. All bras ain't meant to be pimped though. And this one here wasn't. And I still see this girl when I go down to my hometown. I still see this bra, and she ain't doing all that good now, But and she's struggling like a motherfucker. She ain't fine no more. And them titties that she bought, you know, they the biggest thing on her body now. And I'll never forget how, you know, she bought a titty, she bought an eyebrow, she, you know, this broad, she never did carry less than $3,000 cash in her pocket at all times, you know. But her problem was that shinola. She liked to sniff that coke and smoke that dope, and I didn't know that from the beginning, you know. And that's what I ended up doing. 12 years of that shit, you know. I'm a person that has been turned around, so I can sit here and talk on it because I've been through it. I've been through the struggle, you know, and that's what that world brings, all of that. It brings all of that. It was a time when I was a whole nother person from who I am right now. You wouldn't have recognized me, you know, and I was doing a lot of bad shit, you know, to people, you know, and to myself. You know, I hurt a lot of people, and I asked for forgiveness for that, you know what I'm saying? And I thank God I never been shot, you know, because there was plenty of times I could have been, you know. But anyway, man, you know, we're going to drop it off right there, you know, and I'm going to get back with y'all a little bit later, you know. I got to get back to work right now, you know, and see what's going on. Peace and love.